Good morning, friends. This is Carrie from Stamp with CT. It's Wednesday, and that means it's time for our Facebook Live. So, if you are watching this part of the video, you are probably catching the replay. So glad you're here. Thanks for joining in. And I usually wait just a little bit for this to pop up in news feed, so I have a couple people that are able to join me live. When you hop on, be sure to say hi. I'm glad you're here. Good morning, Diana. How are you, my friend? I'm glad you're here with me this morning. Let me know how the weather is in Arkansas. We are about 40 degrees and it is raining. Hi, Mary. Hope you're having a good day. So yeah, where Mary and I live, it's a little bit chilly for Texas. And this rain has gone on for a couple of days. And, you know, we always say we need it, so I guess we do, right? Sorry, I'm struggling a little bit with some allergy issues this morning. I'll try not to clear my throat too much. Oh, you're doing fine. Great. Well, I've got a cute little project for you today. But as people are joining, I also want to talk to you just a little bit. I don't like a lot of chatter at the beginning of the videos. I like to get straight to the project. But this morning, I want to talk to you about something that I think is exciting. Our Stampin' Up! Year goes from October to September. So we just started a new Stampin' Up! Year. And last year was a really good year for me because of my fabulous team of super inspired stampers and, of course, my amazing customers and those that support me on Facebook. I just appreciate everyone so very much. And so with some of the rewards that I received from Stampin' Up!, I've decided to start doing some giveaways associated with these videos that I do each week. Now, I don't know if it'll be a giveaway every single week, but I will have giveaways from time to time. And it's going to be really easy of how you can be entered to win. And Mary and Diana have already done it. All you have to do is leave a comment. And what I'll do is the Tuesday night before our Facebook Live on Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. Central Time, I will just use a random number generator and I'll choose a winner and I will announce it. Starting next week, we'll have our winner announced and I'll show you the prize towards the end of the video today. But I just want to give back a little bit. I'm so grateful for everything that has come into my life, all of the friends, the success that I've had with Stampin' Up! And I just want to give back a little bit. And I figured that would be fine with you guys. So if you have friends that would enjoy this video, be sure to share it. And I appreciate it if you would like my page, follow my page. All of that helps me in the algorithm that Facebook has. And it just lets more people see the content that I share and it helps me grow. So I appreciate you guys for doing that. And we are going to get started. So, you know, if you know me, you know I'm a card maker. Not really a box maker, but I'm learning to love making cute little boxes. And this one that we're going to be making today, isn't that cute? It's got a little treat inside, and I'll show you that here in just a minute. Super cute little box, and we are actually going to turn this piece of paper into a box like this. So the first thing we need to do is grab our trimmer. And I'm hoping that most of this will show up in our video screen. But this piece of paper is 6 inches by 5 1/4 inches. So on this 6-inch side, the first thing we're going to do is score it at 3/4 of an inch. Now, one of the reasons I love our paper trimmer is we've got this area that's about 1.5 inches over to the right. And it is so much easier to score those small measurements over on this side. So let's go ahead and come in at 3/4 of an inch. Be sure that you pull your cutting blade out of the way and use your light gray scoring blade if you have a Stampin' Up! Trimmer to score there. Now I'm going to check my cheat notes, and as usual, I will post the measurements for you. So don't worry about that. Just follow along with me right now, and I'll share those with you later. Okay, so now what I did was turn that around. So now our score line is on this side, and we're going to go to 1.5 inch, and we're going to score there. Okay, easy so far, right? And then we're going to go to 4.5 inches right down here, and line that up and score. And I like to come up here to the top of my trimmer. This is just how I do it. I kind of turn it sideways to find my 5.25. And that's our last score line on the 6-inch side. Now we're going to turn it around to our 5.25 inch side, and let me check my measurements again. So I know y'all will bear with me, because like I said, I'm not really a box maker, but this one is just so cute, and I'm calling it the most forgiving box, because you really, if you struggle with cutting on the score lines and that type thing, it's the easiest box I've ever made, I think. 2.25 is our next score line. Come right here. And then 3 inches. I think our last one is 4.5. It is. Okay, making sure I'm using that gray score tool, because I have messed up some designer series paper in the past by cutting instead of scoring, so always check that. Now what we need to do is burnish all of those score lines with our bone folder. So it's very important to take this step, to take the time to do this step, I should say, because that will help you with your cutting. It will make your box come together a lot easier. And just a reminder, I cannot see your comments right now because of the way, I film on my phone, and because of the way that it is up above me, I can't see your comments, but I will go back after the video's over and I'll say hi and respond to you. I cut this when I scored it, so because it's designer series paper, it's a little bit more fragile than cardstock, but we're gonna be okay. I told you, this is the most forgiving box, and actually, we're gonna cut there anyway, so we're gonna be fine. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, and I'll bring in a little pattern that I have. It's kind of a cheat note for me, but this is what we want this to look like when we get done cutting. A couple tips. You can make this box with, I say we're gonna be okay. Yeah, I think, yes, we are. So you can make this box with cardstock if you want to. That would be perfectly fine. I'm using designer series paper today, and this is the Gilded Autumn specialty designer series paper. I know I've shown it to you before. It's fabulous. It has been on unorderable status, and it is back in the store. I ordered some last night. So if you want some of this for your crafting for the fall, you definitely want to go ahead and get it, because I didn't check to see how much was in the store, but it's in the store again. So now we're going to start doing some cutting. Let me bring this little pattern back in. I think it shows up better if I do it that way. So right here where we had that tear is the first place we're going to cut. And we're going to come in and cut up to this line. And then because this paper is not directional, what's really nice is we can cut from either side, because we're going to cut this whole section here. We're cutting it off. Okay. Sorry, with the lights, it makes it just a little bit harder for me to see the score line, but like I said, we're okay because this is a very forgiving, now I went way off the score line, but that's okay. It's a forgiving little box. And actually, did I mess up? Maybe. We'll see. Let me see. I think I may have gone too far, but we may still be okay. I'm telling y'all, this is, I think we're still going to be okay. Yeah, I think we'll still be okay. We're going to keep going. And then let's come in and snip up this end. And we'll cut this piece off. Okay, I'm just going to toss those over to the side. Now, we want to come in on this side. Yeah, we're going to be okay. And we're going to snip in to those score lines. And see, I'm not being super careful because we've got some mitering to do and some more snipping to do, so we can make this work. So now you've got these little tabs. So what I like to do is tuck this one away and come in and snip these off. And we're going to do that on both sides. So this is why using a paper that's not directional really helps you out, because you don't have to worry about which side you start on and that type thing. I'm sure you could do it with the directional paper. You'd really have to stop and think about it though. So now with any box, so yes, we look the same here. With any box, it's helpful to miter the pieces, which just means coming into where this joins and snipping a little bit off. And we are not going to be perfect here. This is going to get folded in. So you don't have to worry about being perfect, because this is that little forgiving box, remember? That's going to get folded in. Nobody's going to know that you did that, and if the cuts are straight or not, so don't worry. Just snip that off. And you can see that I'm just taking just a little sliver on those sides, or I hope that you can see that. Let me show you. That's how big of a piece I'm taking off, okay? Let's take a look. So we've got this side done. That's how it looks a little bit different. And we'll come in and do the same thing over here. Just take that little snip. It just takes some of the bulk out so your box comes together better. So y'all let me know what you think I might have in my box, what little treat. And as you can see, I'm not getting super straight when I'm snipping, and that's okay. Now, here we go. What happens is these little tabs tuck in. This one wraps around. That's why I say you don't have to worry about snipping those edges off, because they're hidden inside there. So same thing over here. We tuck those in and wrap this piece around. So that's how easy it is to make this little box. Now, one of the things I like to do, you could either use a corner rounder, which would help get rid of some of the bulk there, or again, you can snip just a little piece off to get some of that bulk off those edges, and that will work too. Okay, so now let me find my silicone craft sheet. I'm so excited, y'all. This has gone really well, and we overcame a little boo-boo right at the first, but everything's okay. So now let's think about where we want our adhesive. We want some here, and we want some here on the outside of these little tabs. So I like to fold things out of my way. I am using the Stampin Seal Plus, which is a good strong adhesive. It doesn't take much. And I'm doing that on my silicone craft sheet so that I don't get adhesive on my grid paper, on my work surface, and mess things up. So I'm going to go ahead and put the adhesive on both sides, both ends, because it makes putting the box together easier. Okay. Now you could also do this with tear tape or liquid glue. Y'all know I love my liquid glue. You could do that. You do want a strong adhesive though. And what I love, Stampin Seal Plus is great for these, did I put that on the wrong side? No, I did not. It's great for these 3D projects. So like I said, we're going to just bring this up and over and tuck him in so we've got one side of our box there. Bring these, oops, get rid of that little piece that I snipped and didn't get off completely. Bring this one up and over and tuck it in. And now we just make sure that this tucks in well, and it does. So here is our box. Now, once you put your treat inside, it makes it a little bit sturdier. These that are made out of designer series paper, I would definitely recommend using the specialty paper. It's a little stronger than just our regular designer series paper. But you can also make it out of cardstock, like I said. You could decorate it up. You could put a sentiment on it. You could do any of that. So let me bring my original box back in so you can see that. So we are on our way here. Now let me show you what we're going to put inside. So I grabbed some Hershey's Nuggets, and I think these are the ones that have they're dark chocolate. I think they're the ones that have the almonds. They are. So I like the fact that it has the gold wrapper, so they look really cute inside. And then I have 3 scraps of designer series paper, and they are 3 inches long by 1 inch wide. And we're going to take our Seal Plus and just put a little bit on either end of each of these. Let me get them kind of lined up. Doesn't take a lot. Now you see I'm using my silicone craft sheet, and that's because hot glue, liquid glue, this tape runner like Stampin Seal Plus, it doesn't stick to it. So if I go off of that a little bit, it doesn't stick to it, and I can kind of fold that adhesive back. Love that. Let's see. That's not really what I wanted to do because that's the sides that I wanted, but that's okay. We're okay. Yeah, so I need to put adhesive on the outside of this. Gosh, I hate putting adhesive on beautiful paper like that, but we've got to do it. So we have cute little treats inside. So I grabbed 4 Hershey's Nuggets. Didn't really do that on purpose, but you know, sometimes we need a little treat too while we're making something for someone. Okay, so we're just going to stick that on there, wrap it around, and look how cute. How cute. I love that it has the gold on the edges. Okay, we'll take our next one and put a little piece of designer on it and wrap it around. So just a 1 by 3 inch, another great use for your scraps. Now I'm thinking I will take these to work and leave them on desk just as a little treat when it gets a little bit closer probably to Thanksgiving. I have Halloween treats that I need to deliver. I'm going to call it like reverse trick-or-treating if I go take people treats to their desk. Okay, aren't those darling? I just think they're adorable. So we're going to put them in our box. And I think we'll put the 2 that have the decorative designer series paper. Yeah, I think that looks so cute. So cute. So that's what's in this box as well. Then I have the 1/4 inch Faux Suede ribbon, and it's in Early Espresso. And that's what I used to just tie a bow. Let me get a pretty good length here of it. And we'll tie our bow. Now again, you could certainly stamp a little greeting. You could put some leaves on the top. That would be really cute. Anything that you want to do to decorate it. And of course, you could make this, if you still need to make some little Halloween treats, that would be really cute with Halloween paper. You could make Christmas treats. That would be fun to have that sitting on the table at the holidays. My bow is kind of backwards. Let me see if we can't take that off and turn it around. The tails were going the wrong way. Let me see if that'll work. So that just shows you that they can slip that ribbon off real easily. They don't have to necessarily untie it. So there you go. There's your little treat box. And I hope you enjoyed this project today. It's kind of, thinking outside the box here. So I want to show you another little box set that we made. And this was actually our Super Inspired Stampers Team Make and Take for October. And inside there's some tags. So again, really easy little boxes, but aren't they darling? And this is the Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series paper. It's on sale right now until the end of the month. So let me bring in the prize that I'm going to be giving away. And just a reminder, if you would like to be entered for a chance to win this awesome silicone craft sheet, y'all know I use mine all the time. I actually have about 3 of them in my craft room. So if you would like to be entered for a chance to win one, leave a comment for me today. If you enjoyed this video and you have a friend or family member that might like it too, be sure and share it for me. If you have not followed and liked my page, I would really appreciate that as well. So I hope you enjoyed the little project. I hope you'll give this a try. Definitely let me know if you have any questions, but you can do it. You can see this is the most forgiving little box, and it is darling. So be sure and leave a comment before Tuesday of next week, and I'll announce the winner of this awesome silicone craft sheet next Wednesday at 10 a.m. when I see you back for a Facebook Live. Y'all have a great day.